Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we're going to be building in the medieval style, and we're going to be making a medieval market square. And for this you're going to need about 17 by 17 blocks wide of space, and then pretty much we're just going to be making a big giant circle with a few market stalls around it, and then possibly a fountain in the middle with some little goodies stacked up on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin this thing. And to start off, we're going to make a little line right here to start the circle. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Then we'll go down one, right one, 1, 2, and then down one, right one, and then 1. And that's pretty much going to be the pattern all the way around. So for the next spot, we'll do the opposite of that. So we'll start with 1, then go up 1, right 1, then do 2, then go up 1, right 1, and then do 3. And so that's made sort of a 1/4 of our circle. So we're going to do 3 more of those as we go around. So to start off with, we'll continue this. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, and then 1, then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So there we go. Now we have half the circle done. And now we can pretty much just mirror this side over here. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 1, and then 1, 2, and then this one will be 1, 2, 3. And then we can finish off this last little bit with 2 more sets of 2, and then 2 sets of 1 in the middle, kind of diagonally facing each other. Now for the market styles, where we're going to place these is actually going to be one right here, and then we'll skip 1 block, place that there, and then we can do the same thing over here. So we'll do 1 block down there, skip 1 to the left, then place that block there. And so you're going to do 4 of these all the way around, and I recommend filling the circle with a assortment of different materials, such as some cobblestone, some regular stone, and possibly even some of this stone bricks. And if you are in 1.8 and have the option to, you could always do all those different kinds of stones. That could possibly look really cool, although unfortunately I don't really have the option of trying that out, just for the sake of keeping these shaders and all the little metadatas for this thing. So our next step will be to kind of just start off doing this market stall. So for that, what we're going to do or need is going to be some upside down spruce wood stairs, which we have right now, and then one spruce wood half slab. That's pretty much all we're going to need, is to place one of those things down. What else will we need? That's basically it. We could grab ourselves a chest. That'll help. And then the majority of this is going to be made out of wool. So I'll grab some white and red wool for now, wherever the hell it is. Come on. There it is. Took me long enough. So we have that, our stairs, and then that is pretty much going to be it. Although we could, while we're in here, we might as well grab some of these cobblestone walls. And I guess while we're using these, we can just place them down right now. So we'll go 1, 2 on top of each one of these little oak wood logs. And then 1, 2, and 1, 2. There we go. And then for sort of the walls of this little market stall, we're going to just use upside down stairs all the way around except the back side. For the back side, we're going to do something a little different with a bit more detail. So we're going to do 2 facing in towards each other on the outsides, and then we can grab ourselves a trap door and make sort of a little nifty doorway, kind of like they had in the Old West in the bars and stuff. So it's just something like that. Not too intricate. This whole build is pretty much going to be really simple and pretty easy to build quickly and whatnot. So that's pretty much all it's going to be for the base of this thing. Now for the roofing, I'm going to try to do something a little more unique that you might regularly see. So we're going to do the standard wool roof, but we're also going to use some stairs on it and stuff and make it a little more fancy, and also add some more support to this thing. So we can just, when I place the wool, I usually like to do it as random as possible, so just kind of mix it up as best as you can. So maybe on this we'll go 1, 2 right there, then just do maybe just like every other block, different color right there. And then on the back side we'll try to mix it up again, so we'll go 1, 2, and then maybe 1, and then 1, 2 again, just to keep it kind of mixed up. And then that should be it for the wool. So if we want to, we can just pretty much toss this right now, because we honestly do not need it anymore. Now for the fun part, we are going to take out our stairs, and we'll do 1 facing straight towards the wool, right above the pillar, and we can do the same exact thing on the back side. And then we can go out 1 on both sides, same thing on the left. Oops, and we forgot to do this one on the back, so we'll do 1 more to the right of that. And then we'll do 2 upside down stairs on either side of these. Same thing over here on the right of the build. Now pretty much every single market stall in this is going to be the same, so I'm only going to be building 1. But then after I finish this and sort of the little fountain area in the middle, I'm probably going to kind of skip over me building the rest of them and then show you guys the finished product. So hopefully that turns out pretty good. So now to make this thing a little more fancy and kind of give it some shape, what we're going to do is do 2 upside down stairs facing in towards the middle, and then we'll do 2 upright stairs kind of facing inwards as well, and then we can finish it off with an upside down stair right there. Now if we want to give it sort of even more detail and depth, what we can do is place one stair facing that way, one stair facing this way, giving it sort of a Nordic look almost. And then, as I said before, we're only going to need to place this one down once. And that's pretty much all you need of that, so you can go ahead and toss it if you want, just to make room for some other stuff that we're going to need for the fountain. So we can get rid of that and then switch back to our stairs. So for the stairs, we're going to do 1 and 2 like this. And then same thing over here, 1 and 2. Then 1 upside down stair right there in the middle. And same thing on this side, and then we'll do 2 upright stairs, kind of facing inwards towards the wood. And then we can finish this thing off by rounding out the back side just like we did to the front. So we'll do 2 upside down stairs facing inwards on both sides, just like this. And then 1 upside down stair right here, 1 stair facing the wool, and then 1 stair facing out towards the open field. And then that pretty much should be it. Now, as you see, those overhangs are a little intense, so we're going to need to add some support to those. So we'll grab our fences, which we already have. So I'll just keep these ones. Then we'll do 2 right underneath that last corner of the build, and we can just do these all the way around. So 3 more in total. And for this side, this is going to be a little weird. So just so we don't have to have a gigantic little pillar right there, just going to add in a little bit of grass. And then that should provide us enough room, to place in this last little pillar. And then same thing over here, we'll place this in. And then as you can see, it really it looks a lot more stylized than the normal sort of market stall that you regularly see. In fact, we could even try some fences on top. That does actually look kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going to keep those. Originally, I didn't do those, but I think that actually does look a lot better. And then, yeah, I guess for the market stall, if you do want to decorate it, you can always place an assortment of materials and whatnot on here. So you could do some candles, some pots with flowers in it, just a whole bunch of stuff. There's so many things that I'm not really going to place down a specific thing, just because I kind of want you guys to experiment for yourself. So the last little bit that you guys should probably make would be a fountain in the middle. Now for this, you're going to want to find the middle block of this thing and then just cut an X out, just like this. And then what we're going to do is grab some stone slabs. Here they are. And you can just place one of these on each one of the corners of this little X. In fact, let's do it on every side of the X. So it sort of creates a diamond shape, or if you're facing this way, a diagonal square. And now our other step is going to be to raise each one of these up 1 more half of a block, just like that. And then we'll do 2 diagonal ones right there, 2 more over here, and then we'll do 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll finish it off. Now for the middle, what I'm going to do is grab, actually we should probably, let's fill in the base just a little more. So we'll grab some stone, do something like this, and then we can head over and grab our chiseled stone bricks, which look pretty good in this texture pack, especially if you kind of stack them together. They sort of make a nice little designed pillar. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should be good. In fact, we may even want to lower this down. So possibly we could either do 3 or 4. Pretty much it's really up to you guys' preference, but I think I'll stick with 3 for this one. And then after we place those down, we can just grab our bucket of water and hope that fills in nicely. Yep. So not too tall, not too short. You can still kind of see over the top of it, which I like. It doesn't really block out the view of that house, which is a really nice touch. Now, what I usually like to do when I make these little market areas is place an assortment of different loot items in the middle. So we can grab chests. What's another good thing that they might sell? They'd probably be selling, there's really just a lot of stuff you could do. So I'm going to grab some pots. Here's the thing. We have, in this texture pack, we got, shoot, where did it go? This head, which could be cool, although in the default one it does pretty much, I think it looks like the Steve head, so you know what, I'm going to leave that out for now. But we could grab some other stuff, possibly some crafting tables. That could look cool. And what else? Bookshelves, I usually do those. And then, for some reason, I don't know why, but I really think that using some of these vegetables, like the pumpkin and the watermelon, actually I think watermelon might be a fruit. Is it? No, because it grows on the ground like pumpkin, which I think that means it's a vegetable. I don't know, but anyways, besides that fact, we'll grab those, and then we also need to grab some hay. So we'll do that, and then we can pretty much just stack these up randomly around the fountain, and it should create a nice finished look to this thing, and just kind of make it look like a little grocery market, or just whatever the hell we want it to. Pretty much, it'll make it look more complete, like it sells a variety of things that people would be looking for in this sort of scenario. And then on this side, maybe we can throw in some hay. And then after you've done like these little sorts of stacks of the main materials, I usually go in and just randomly throw in some chests all the way around. So maybe we'll do 2 right here in the middle, and then maybe just stack a few right there, maybe 1 right here, and that should look good. Now I don't really want to cover this thing up too much, so maybe we'll delete that one because I still sort of want to be able to see the fountain just a little bit. So maybe we can get rid of some of those as well. In fact, is that too high? I kind of want that right there. There we go, that's looking a little better. So pretty much just mess around with this thing until you get it looking nice and fancy, and then that should pretty much be all you need. Now we could also throw some of these little flower pots around, and in this texture pack, for some reason, some of them take the form of like a nice little cup. So if I can find any spots where it does that, oh wow, we're getting lucky. Oh dang it, not that one. But usually, occasionally it should, there we go, there's another one. Damn, another, we're getting lucky. Okay, that should be enough of those, but as you can see, they just kind of add a little bit more detail, just really make it look a lot more complete. So before I go off and build some more on my own and then return to you guys, I'm going to show you one more thing that you might want to do. Now you could place in some fences just to act as a little barrier to try to keep people just a little more enclosed in here. You could do left one of this fence, then the up one, the left one, and then your other pillar that you place in should end up right there, so that should make it connect. And then I also want to do one over on this side, so let's see, where do we need to put them? Looks like it was on, the 2 farthest blocks are on these 2 diagonals, and then we did one going in, is that correct? It looks correct, but that, if that's the case, and we can't fit through there, so we're going to have to delete this chest. So we got that, and then we'll do one to the right of this and one to the left, and that should provide the traveler access to go through there, but also kind of really does enclose them just a bit more, and just kind of keeps this thing just kind of more separated from the rest of the town and whatnot. Now, I only place in 2 because I still want people to be able to exit this thing from the front and back, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this little thing. If you want to go now, you can, but if you want to stick around and see the finished product, it will be here in just about a second. So I'll see you guys when it is finished. Alright guys, so here we are back with our little market stall area, and I did finish off the final 3 stalls along with some of these paths, which are really cool. You can get them if you do have this texture pack. They just kind of morph into the grass, which I find pretty awesome. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So I was kind of curious and wondering whether you guys do like these little shorter tutorials better, or do you like the big long ones that take like 4 parts to finish, such as this prison. So let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments. But yeah, once again guys, just want to thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.